Legislation buried for the cost of billion-dollar backroom deals that profit from our loss. What good is tomorrow if born to die in waste? Is trust just an illusion? Is a promise a mistake? And as sure as the sun shines, as sure as the grass grows and the rivers flow, I'll be there beside you, pulsing through your veins. You'll feel my heart, you know. Time has come to recognize deceptions of the past, seek truth and stand together at last. Sure as the sun, sure as the trees, and the rivers flow free, I'll be there, I'll be there, you can count on me. I'll be with you when we stand together at last.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Phyllis Sinclair. Hey, Vince Easley with What Matters Worldwide on UCY.tv. And we have James Impending Revelation from New World Truth Radio joining us. We're simulcasting. Also, Doty's with us. She and I just got together up at the Bundy Ranch, and we're going to be talking about that and some of our experiences and Operation Feed Freedom, and a shout out to a bunch of other people. Like to say thanks to Mark Smith for his donations. Hey, he's here in Vegas, handyman, auto service, anything. This is my good sense portion and appreciation for what people are doing. You can get a hold of him at 702-785-1399. Also, a big O shout out to Doug Graham, Desert Garden Maintenance and Landscape. He's here in Mesquite. You can reach him at 702-346-1312. Hey, help out those who are helping others, and appreciate that. Also, if you want to donate, I'm going to drop you this link here into chat, and let me go ahead and find it. Anyways, hey, welcome, James and Doty. Glad you guys could come on.
Oh, brother.
Thank you
so much. When you came up with this idea, man, it was wonderful. I just couldn't pass it up, brother.
Yeah, love it. Really like what you guys are doing over there. Got a lot of great networking going on, and you and I and some others have been working back and forth. So, I think you and I are going to move forward into working together as host and co-host here, and cross promoting, and just really, get the word out about what matters with some impending revelation.
That's right.
Hey, Doty,
building the clientele, brother.
Right. Hey, I told everybody in chat earlier, Doty, that I had a little secret to reveal about me and you, and we met under the mistletoe, didn't we?
Oh, man.
Hey, anybody that ain't willing to trick a pretty girl out of a kiss don't really want to kiss that much.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he got me and my roommate. He's a tricky guy.
Hey, some more shout outs. Colleen, Fran, Colin, Painter, Steve, Chad. I hope Chad's going to call in. I hope some people will call in from Ranch. I think we got somebody on the line already. I'm in this. Maybe, we'll get,
Jason Patrick.
Oh, right. Jason. Yeah. Cool, man. You rock, dude. Hey, Jason's out, ready to hit the, American Spring event in D.C. tomorrow, so he's here to give us the pre-what's up. And really just glad you could join us. So, hey, tell us what's going on and where you're at and what you expect.
Well, currently I'm in the state of Virginia, and it's pouring down rain. So a little bit different weather conditions than out there in Nevada. We got tents set up, and we're suffering through the rain here. But so far I know that there's some people met before I got here last night with Colonel Riley, and they got some of the scoop. So it's just people getting in and getting set up. I know tomorrow there's a meeting there at the Capitol. I think they've already delivered some documents there in the Capitol, and so it's just a First Amendment a redress of grievances. It's hard because in America we stage everything as protest. And for me, I'm kind of tired of protesting. I actually want my grievances redressed. I don't really like protests. I want to talk to the people who make the decisions and tell them they need to make better ones. So we'll see how it goes. I know, I hear there's a National Guard doing some training exercises close by, which is kind of tactically convenient, and so we'll see what happens.
So yeah, it sucks about the rain. Did you and Mama Bear out there, or did she go to another spot to camp?
No, she's here, still with her. I'm waiting on the group. There's a group coming up from Georgia that I know and I'm familiar with, so I'll be catching up with them either tonight or in the morning, and just see what happens. I spent yesterday in Philadelphia visiting the place where those two documents, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, were signed. So that was kind of neat, having just come out of the Bundy Ranch, where we actually stood up and said, yeah, we like those two documents. So that was neat.
That's awesome.
Historically.
Yeah, really great. James, you have some documents or some copies on your wall, you was telling me. James?
One more time, brother.
Yeah, what did you tell me you got?
Here.
I said, what did you tell me you got on the wall behind you?
Oh, yes. Now I have, excuse me, my grandfather, when I was born, wrote the White House. He was a Marine, asked for what appears to be the original copies. They're copies, but they look just like the original. They are, I have the original first 10 amendments that were added to the Constitution, and I have the original Bill of Rights up on my wall right here in front of me. And the interesting thing for a lot of people, this paper that it's printed on was provided by the Philip Morris Tobacco Company.
That's pretty cool.
Wasn't it hemp? Isn't it on hemp?
Yes, ma'am. But it was provided by the Philip Morris. If that doesn't tell you a little something about how far Big Tobacco's had their reach and for how long, you really should do a little research.
Yeah, it's amazing that we don't grow hemp in this country when our first money was on hemp, Constitution was written on hemp, and now it's illegal. That tells us, too, how far we've come.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it still legal in Kentucky?
Today.
I think Kentucky's fixing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that are. Hey, give me a second. I'm going to mute up, and I'm going to go give a call to, wait a minute, I'm getting a message coming in now, so, yeah, okay. So I'm going to wait for them. Go ahead.
We can grow hemp in California now. I'm waiting for the first harvest. So, that's...
Tennessee, yesterday, the governor signed it into law that Tennessee is now a hemp-growing state.
Yay! You know, that could turn everything around, economy-wise, just everything. Look at everything that can be made from hemp.
Absolutely. Advanced plastics, oils, polymers, all of it.
Houses, it's good for the soil. It cleans the soil, and we don't have to pay those import fees anymore.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely correct.
So maybe things are starting to turn around after all.
Well, I sure hope so. I just really believe that these evil giants are trying to do this so that they can up the price of street marijuana.
Yeah, I hear they're trying to restrict our growing to where you have to build a $1,200 greenhouse in order to grow it. And they tried, but we got enough signatures that now it's going to go on the ballot. So we're going to try and put them in their place.
Yeah, government's overbearing, and that's what we're doing out there at the Bundy Ranch. People are standing up in the face of tyranny, and it's about time. I've been back and forth out there since last month on the 11th, and hey, friend, this is me talking right now. I'm on, so you go ahead and call in whenever you're ready. That's what we're doing out there. We're standing, in the gap. A lot of people are getting a lot of bad information from mainstream media. So, that's what we did. Dodie, tell about your experiences and let us know what you think about what was happening.
But, when I got there, I was not surprised at all. I mean, I just knew in my heart that everything I was seeing, in the news and all that just could not be true. And I got there and I interviewed the guys that are doing the security for going into the Bundy Ranch, and where the news is saying that the militia is stopping people on the highway and preventing them to go freely. It's a lie. They are not on any public highway. The only place they are is if you enter the Bundy Ranch, and then you just say who you are and they will call ahead. That is it. Period. There is no blockage, or they're not on the main highway at all. And as far as the citizens there wanting the militia out, that's a lie too. A big fat lie. They want the militia there. They had a town hall meeting, and I mean, it was packed, and every single one of them, everyone, we're glad the militia got there. They are behind us with everything that's being done there. Like Vince said, every day someone is coming by and dropping off sleeping bags, food, generators, water, because they can't be there to support them, so they're helping the ones that are there. And right. It's wonderful. They know why they're there. And that is, Bundy is the second thing. The main thing is to tell the government we've had enough.
Absolutely. Hey, we've got Fran on the line, and she's going to update us with the Operation Feed Freedom there. And Jason, don't go away. I've got a lot of questions for you, so stand by. And welcome, Fran.
Hey, thanks for having me. I wanted to let you know, first of all, that I have my own radio show. It's called Let's Get Started, and today I had Sheriff Mack on talking just about some of the same subjects you were just conversing about. He's a very interesting guy and has some definite ideas on, our constitutional freedoms, the powers that the sheriffs hold in terms of protecting our freedom. And he also expressed his disappointment at Doug Gillespie, as well as his undersheriff, Lombardo, who's, by the way, running for sheriff. We don't want to elect him. But expressed his disappointment in the things that Doug did not do to help the Bundy situation. Interestingly enough, Colleen Baker Stubbs and I, we started an organization called Operation Feed Freedom. And what we do is every Monday night we provide a hearty meal and a homemade dessert for the boots on the ground. It doesn't matter what member of militia you are. Are you just a friend of the Bundys? Are you the Bundy family? If you're hungry, we'll feed you. We're lucky enough to do this on the donations from our Facebook followers and friends. We have a website, www.operationfeedfreedom.com, and we also host a group called Operation Feed Freedom on Facebook. I believe that's where we met. Is that not correct?
Yeah, you brought some burritos up. That was awesome. Really good food. And somebody brought some cookies. Big old batch. Oh, they're so good. We have another. Is that Colleen that's joined us as well?
Hi, yes, this is Colleen.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, hey, Vincent. I wanted to tell you, sometimes those cookies travel a long time to get there. We had some ladies that traveled 6.5 hours to bring cookies and cupcakes one day.
They wouldn't have made it that far if I was bringing them.
You know, that makes your heart feel good. There's so many amazing. I've always said there's more good people in the world than bad. They just, you just don't get a chance to meet them.
Hey, here's
and you know what? It's nice to make a difference, a good, happy difference in these guys' lives. They're out there in the heat all day, and it's also nice. One of the things we do is to give Darlene, or who's cooking at the mess hall, and also Carol, a break in the kitchen. Carol cooks for 30-plus people every day, 3 meals a day. Plus all the boots on the ground that the mess hall cooks for. That's a lot of people.
And it's good food, very good, nutritious food.
We also got them the refrigerator that they had been requesting. Can you imagine out in this heat not having a refrigerator? That was crazy. So we had a refrigerator toted over to the mess hall, and that's operational at this point in time. And not only do we feed, kind of, I guess, Operation Feed Freedom's theme is food, and we also help the calves. And I know that Colleen does an awful lot of the toting. Colleen, can you share some of the details?
Sure, you bet. We actually have gotten in probably about 2,500 pounds of feed, which sounds like a lot to you or I, but when you realize that right now, today, they're using a 50-pound bag of feed, milk replacement, just for the milk part. That's not counting hay or manna or anything like that. That's not counting bottles. That's not counting penicillin. And they're only feeding 15 cows today. They were feeding 27 at one time. So they go through a lot of feed. We're not there to run their ranch. We're not there to raise their cattle. But what we are there to do is to pick up what the BLM threw around. These are calves that are left without moms. Or the moms are frightened and won't take them now. And so there is no other way. The ones that come in that are injured, they have to have penicillin. They have to have it right now. We're very fortunate that we have Don and Steffi on the ground. Steffi is Cliven's daughter, and they nurture these calves. They spend hours each day out there playing with them and loving on them, bandaging them, feeding them, making sure all their needs are met. The least we can do is to get them the supplies they need so that they can do that correctly.
Yeah, and when I left, they were getting ready to lay down the pipe to get the water back out there that the BLM destroyed.
Right. Right. And I know when we started this, they had 2 bottles out there. 27 cows and 2 bottles. Can you even imagine? They have to be washed, thoroughly sanitized between each calf. That's a lot of washing of bottles and feeding of calves. So, we do collect donations for that. On that, we have phone numbers posted on our website. People can call and they can make the purchase themselves by credit card over the phone. And then we travel around and pick up the donations and deliver them down to Bundy Ranch.
That's great. And again, that's OperationFeedFreedom.com. You can click that right
absolutely.
there.
And it bears repeating that we're not trying to take over the Bundy responsibility at all. What we found is that our followers and our friends on Facebook and on Twitter wanted to know how they could help the calves. And frankly, we had a huge donation coming from Texas, another one from Idaho. These people aren't close enough to Nevada to physically go out and feed the calves or bake cookies and have them delivered or fry up the chicken. They just don't live close enough. So we created a conduit where the people who wanted to participate and help on a boots on the ground kind of level, we created an opportunity for them to do so. So, if anybody out there wants to support a specific calf, we'll make sure that specific calf gets the food. If you have, if you believe that all the guys out there absolutely need powdered Gatorade and would like for us to purchase powdered Gatorade, we'll be happy to do that. Just make your donation and say something to either Colleen Baker Stubbs or Fran Stegbauer Dean, and we will make sure that your donation gets applied the way you would like it to. So,
another thing I'm sorry, Fred. Another thing, too, is that, when Brave came in from the field, Brave is a little calf that came in. He was actually found south of Overton. and a city worker, I believe, found him and brought him to Cliven. It was a day that Cliven spent 20 minutes doing an interview, and then he spent 5 hours with his calf. No matter what he did, he couldn't save that calf. He didn't have the things that he needed right that second to save him. And for him to leave and go locate those items and come back, he would have lost the calf in that time. We did end up losing Braid, but the next calf that came in that was injured is Wilder. And Wilder is doing much better. He came in with, they believe that a coyote had got his hind leg. And so it was pretty tore up and infected and swelling, and just little guy didn't have even the nutrients that he needed. And so we were able to, with one phone call, go pick up enough penicillin to get him through this, enough medical supplies, and they need iodine tincture. It's $47 a quart. Just different things that they needed so that they could fix this wound to not only save the calf's life, but to make it a healthy, productive life.
And this shows just what kind of evil people can do this to animals. It shows their whole character right there.
Right. And then also, I'll just add in there too that, we're not here just to do this for Bundy Ranch. We'll do this for anybody that gets in this situation where they're in a confrontation like this with the government where they've lost and they need our help. We're willing to step in and help. We just need to know.
Yeah, we're a boots on the ground, literally an organization that your dollar, every dollar that you donate to Operation Feed Freedom goes directly to assisting the people who are fighting the battle of freedom at Bundy Ranch or any other place that needs the assistance. We have reached out and will continue to reach out to other organizations to build partnerships to make sure that other ranchers, other farmers, if they need our assistance, we will be there. So, it's a very grassroots, organic organization, and all of you are welcome to join our group, to come to our website, check us out. We've got cute calf pictures, we've got Bundy pictures, we got food pictures. So, we absolutely are a grassroots organization that every single dollar donated goes to working and taking care of the people who are protecting freedom.
Awesome. Yeah.
And also
I just wanted to ask, is your group on Facebook?
Yes, we are. We're on Operation Feed Freedom on Facebook, and all you have to do is click join, and as soon as one of us is by the computer, we will add you. I wanted to add, too, that we did, we've spent time going out there working. We don't just go out and deliver food. We go, we set up, we deliver food, we serve food, we clean up our mess. We've also gone down, and when donations came in, we got the mess hall organized, went through all the boxes of food that came in, got them organized with like items so that it was easier for the cook. So they could just look, do a visual inventory of what they have so they could make their meals. We also spend time feeding the calves. It's a little bit of a break for Stephanie and Dawn. If we can go and spend time out there feeding the calves, petting them, playing with them, so that they don't have to tend to all 15 of them or all 27, whatever they have right then. We can just take a few of them and help that way. We were also able to secure a trough for these calves. And so if you're not in the cattle business, you probably don't realize to come up with a trough that's 8 inches tall, 10 inches wide, and 8 feet long is a little bit difficult. But through the donations, we were able to do that. And the importance of that is that it was big enough and sturdy enough, or I should say small enough and sturdy enough, that the calves won't damage it. So if we had put a big one in there, we would have had cows in it all the time. They would ruin it. Or if we had put a lightweight one in there, they would have broken the bottom out. So we were able to provide them with a good trough, which is also important.
One last thing, and I know you've got a lot of ground to cover. This is a short show, and we've taken up a lot of your time, but I'd like to give one more shout-out to an organization, to the group called Patriot Railroad and Patriot Supply Railroad. These two groups on Facebook help move patriots from one place to another, whether they're coming from their home and trying to get to Las Vegas or get to Bunkerville, as well as Patriot Supply Railroad helps to organize and pick up supplies that are needed out at Bundy Ranch or anywhere else they are needed. So it is the Patriot Railroad and the Patriot Supply Railroad, and if you have a need to get somewhere or you have supplies that you want to deliver to Bundy Ranch, we'll make every effort, no matter where you are in this United States, to get either you or your supplies over to either Bundy. And right now we're doing a big push to Operation American Spring. The concept of the website is People Helping Each Other, or excuse me, the Facebook group is People Helping People. At the top, we've got some tabs. One of them is called Files. Please open the file, and you will find your state recognized and listed. And just pop open that file and make your request known and review what other people are requesting or what they're doing. So we just moved probably about 40 people in the last 72 hours to Operation American Spring, and we are putting together a list of supplies that are going to be coming out from Maryland to Bunkerville. So again, if you have, go ahead.
Let me add to that, Fran, if I can. Some of the people listening to your show are just housewives like me. We don't necessarily get involved with the militia or things like that. But one of the things that I can do is I can go on and register in my state. I just go on and put, this is my name, this is the city and state I live in. If any of you are traveling through and you need somewhere to stay or to shower or one meal, those are the three things I can offer. Because these guys are on a budget. They shouldn't have to pay for a motel room. And if I'm cooking for my family of 6, I may as well cook for a family of 8 or add even 5 or 6, 8 more people to it. So there are services that just everyday citizens can offer. They can go on and anything that you have to offer, you can go on and list there, and people can take advantage of it that way so that it makes their trip to support our freedoms a little bit easier.
That is great, and
we appreciate that a lot because I'm staying in the tent in the pouring down rain in Virginia. So warm beds and warm food, I always appreciate it.
Absolutely, that's Jason.
Anything we can do to help you at Patriot Railroad or Patriot Supply Railroad or Operation Feed Freedom, you guys feel free to comment, make requests. We'll do our very best to either get you where you're going, get stuff to Bunkerville, or make sure that the boots on the ground patriots and calves are fed good meals. That's what we're here for. We're patriots and we're supporting patriots.
That's right. That's how I got out there a month ago on the 11th was through these groups. And thanks, Bill, for getting me out there. So many great folks that I've met. I mean,
Bill Cross, he's an amazing guy, isn't he?
No, another Bill. I'll just leave his last name out in case he didn't want it said. But, I've met a lot of great people, and I've, Mr. Ralph out there, he gave me a ride back from the ranch back to Vegas here. And, man, just so many great people. Look, hey, if anybody needs any help with that, you're welcome to call me on my cell phone number at 501-253-5256. Anything I can do to help facilitate anything, y'all just don't hesitate to give me a call and let me know how I can help.
Also, any donation is appreciated. We've had people donate $2 to $100. It doesn't matter. Every little donation is appreciated, even if it's just a prayer. It's really needed, and we really appreciate it. And know that we've got your back. Things turn around, we'll be there for you too.
That's awesome. Hey, I appreciate you guys calling in, and hey, keep up the good work, and I'll see you when I get back.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thanks so much.
All righty.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all take care. Hey, Jason, let me,
yes, sir.
Man, hey, you rock, dude. I don't want to sway your ego. Maybe a little bit. It don't hurt, but, I've told you, you get my top award, man. You have done a fantastic job out there, getting the truth out, getting the good coverage. What the mainstream media is doing is not, everybody knows it's listening right now. They're just a bunch of liars and manipulators. So, thanks to, folks like you and PM Beers and Thomas, not sure where he's at. I think he might have went up to Utah, but anyways, hey, we've got a lot of great folks out there just doing a whole lot for freedom. Even if people despise us and don't understand us, then really and truly we are standing in that gap.
Yeah, make sure anybody who's doing their own media, I would recommend, having learned at the Bundy Ranch, being fairly new to it myself, put copyright infringement stuff in your titles and in your descriptions because as well as I do, they bootleg the mainstream media wasn't even out there. They were just bootlegging video that we put out and then spinning it to do their own stories. So that was kind of ridiculous. telling lies with videos that I took kind of really chat me. I was visibly upset.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's kind of probably felt like a knife in your back and in your heart at the same time.
Yeah, they're using videos that we take to tell lies with. That's not okay. But yeah, that's the mainstream media for you. They just they gotta sell advertising, so they sensationalize stuff. They just take little bits and clips and whatever they can do to get an uproar. The uproar sells advertising, and I just wish America would stop buying into it. You know, the truth is out there. It's not hard to find if you're actually looking for it, but you won't find it on major networks.
Hey, Jason, tell a story about that night about 3 o'clock in the morning when after we had met and was talking.
Well, my team got there to Nevada on what was it, Friday night, late, and we were looking for where we were supposed to stay and where we were supposed to be, and I happened to meet you at, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was basically reconning the place and where, you know, I didn't know if there would be BLM around or what. Just we did a little bit of recon. I ended up finding you at the flagpoles, and we just had a conversation about what was needed there, and what was basically needed was just people to march up to, you know, the scary federal agents and say, no, you can't do this here. This is America, and you can't do this here. And I was talking about when I jumped in the car with my team, they had asked me what's our mission, and I said, well, our mission at this point is to go out there to Nevada where tyrants are being tyrants, and you know, I'll go confront them, and I'll either get shot and killed or tased or arrested or something just by being an American and saying, no, you can't do this here. And so you can put it on blast on video. I mean, just march up there and say, no more. This is America. And because we were, you know, it was late at night, we happened to be standing outside the trailer at the flagpole. Little did I know, like, that Ammon Bundy was inside the trailer, and he came out at 3 o'clock in the morning, came out and shook my hand, and he says, you know, hopefully we got hundreds more just like you, that are just willing, that are just fed up enough with the federal government and all the crazy stuff that they do and they make us do. I mean, it's like this. The Affordable Care Act is a tax on breathing. The Supreme Court ruled it a tax. So somebody's got to say no. But anyway, so hey, you and I were out there talking before I met you, and Ammon Bundy came out and met us, and then I told him, I said, well, there's enough people here that this should go well and peaceful. And, you know, the rest is history. In the morning, you know, we had a press conference, and the sheriff wasn't going to protect anybody, and told us that the BLM was leaving, and that didn't turn out to be true either. So, and so what happened? So some people went up there and said, no, you can't do this here, and turns out we were right.
Yeah, you know what? I really feel a sense of honor and privilege to be in this part of history. And, you know, it spurred off. Some folks went up. There was like 1,000 off-roaders and went up, opened some closed land in Utah, 7-mile strip up there. Ryan Bundy was up there. And so I've not looked in to see what has come about that yet. I don't know. The BLM, they all backed down. And so, you know, this is proof positive that we can make a difference by standing in the gap. And you know what? There was nobody there. I'm surprised, you know, that there wasn't some provocateur or agitator that, you know, tried to start some stuff. But, you know, I would say generally there was pretty cool heads everywhere. There was no guns ever pointed at agents. You know, this guy, the sniper on the bridge, he couldn't have covered he couldn't have been aiming at those agents on the backside because they were out of line of sight. So it might have been a photo op. I know we talked about that some. But you know what?
Well, the crazy part is the guns that got pointed before the 12th, and even the guns that were pointed on the 12th, there's plenty of guns pointed at we the people, you know, on a daily occurrence in this country. And if you complain about those guns, you can't get an investigation. Nobody's policing the police. There's nobody policing the police.
Yeah.
Right. So
and that's got to change too.
Right. So who's investigating investigating the guys who are normally pointing the gun? Their own guys are investigating, and you see it all the time and say, oh, well, we thought it was justified or whatever. And in Nevada right now, you got these guys saying, well, geez, we were scared. Well, there's people that are scared before the 12 too, when all the guns were being pointed, but nobody was going to do anything about it or come do an investigation or do his own thing. Okay, so what happened? Cooler heads prevailed, right? The militia, who was tired of it too, of the pointing of guns or whatever, came up and said, basically, no, you don't get to do this. It wasn't dangerous. There wasn't anybody that needed to be afraid. The peacekeepers came to the call and reestablished peace in Bunkerville. The terrorists were there before we got there.
Another point to look at, too, like they all say, well, Bundy's a criminal, and he went to court and he lost. But think about it. He went in front of a federal judge paid by the government to hand down a ruling on this man. That is a conflict of interest right there. He should have gone in front of a jury of his peers, not a federal judge. In my view.
If it happens in Nevada,
I agree with you.
People from Nevada, people from Clark County. He's even said himself that he would respect the authority of the Clark County Sheriff and the Clark County government because they're the local government that's responsible for, and I took my picture out in front of the sign and said, these are your public lands. And those public lands have been there a long time. Okay? And who's being harmed?
He even said he would gladly pay Clark County, the fees, but they won't accept it. The federal government wants it.
Yep. Hey, James, I've been being rude to my co-host James and Penny Revelation from New World Order Truth Radio. Come on in here, brother. And in the meantime, hey, a big shout out to Keeper of the Republic, Dave. Hey, he's got a great YouTube channel. Search at Keeper of the Republic. He's got a lot of great stuff. And hey, thanks, Dave, man. You're awesome, man. Thanks for all the shares. I've got a lot of videos up from the Bundy Ranch on my channel. It's What Matters V Easley the Second. That's a Roman numeral 2. I got a lot more. I've been really busy. I got a lot more to they're uploaded. They're private, but I got to unprivate. That's how they upload from my phone. So I'll be getting those up by the weekend, and lots of good stuff and lots of good people out there.
What's that channel again?
Keeper of the Republic. It's Minor Dave. He's in chat now. He's got a lot of good stuff. Mine is called What Matters V Easley 2, or Roman numeral 2, the second. So, and your YouTube channel is I Am J Patrick. That's the letter J and PATRICK.
Yep. Yeah, more be the media. I like it.
You bet. And I dropped your links in too, some of your other links in Twitter, and give us some more of your links real quick there, Jason.
I think the Bamboozer, the live stream is Jason Patrick 11. Honestly, I don't really. The YouTube you said before is I Am J Patrick 90. And I think there I got the Twitter. I know on Facebook we're on the Fight for Freedom Never Sleeps. And we just came up with that, driving back and forth from Nevada. I mean, I've been back and forth from Georgia to Nevada 3 times. Just because of the teams that I was with, I wasn't always mobile in my own wheel. So, and I was sitting out. The crazy part is we'd stopped in New Mexico to file a public records request for the shooting of James Boyd in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I don't know if anybody's following that. And we had to wait for the police station to open, so it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun was just coming up, and I was sitting on the telephone in the Walmart parking lot. And one of my team comes out, he says, man, the Fight for Freedom never sleeps. And that's basically how we launched that. And we're just trying to be, I'm militia, and I also be the media, so, I'm glad Vincent does that, and you do what you're doing. So if we can collaborate and make connections, hopefully all that, the truth gets out to America, because they won't find it again on the mainstream.
Absolutely. And, you know, you lose nothing by sharing. Some people, some networks might want to, you know, try to keep it all for themselves. But, hey, one share of another network is exposure for the next. So, and we are all in this together. And we are working at What Matters Worldwide. And, hey, we're the mob of voices. So we got to keep standing up. Hey, James.
Right.
Hey, Brother James, come on in, man. We have not let you get a word in edgewise.
Do what now?
There you are.
Brother. You're kind of echoing. Yeah,
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Come on in here and weigh in.
I've been enjoying.
I can't hardly
I've
hear
been
you.
enjoying the conversation.
Can you give us a little more volume on your mic?
Me?
Yeah. James?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
That's better.
Let me do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. Is that better?
That's way better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. That's excellent then, brother. Everything y'all are touching on is excellent, man. I think it is absolutely fantastic that there's an organization out there that is strictly devoted to making sure that these people get what they need, the people on the ground don't go without. It's brotherly love, and it's like you were saying. They're so scared that we're all going to come together and realize that we are the majority and they are the minority, that they're willing to make more than an example out of some people. They're willing to, pardon my French, embed a bullet to get their point across. If they think that's what it'll take to make the crowd disperse, but see, now they can't do that. There's no way they could get away with that. Now you have militia on the ground that is very willing to repel borders at this point in time. Most people don't take too kindly to having crosshairs on their head all day. I think they're more pushing and prodding, hoping that maybe the militia or the Bundys, who are very near and dear to me for more than one reason, hopefully that they will strike first and give them the reason to go in there and do what they really came to do. They want to turn it into a Waco, but they don't want the same problem they had with Waco. They want to make sure that it's live on camera who fired first.
And they want to be sure that the Bundys aren't protected too.
Actually, they want to control the camera because the fact that it was a no-fly zone over in Nevada that day is very, very telling. Because if they did massacre everybody, the only footage that you would find would be government footage.
Right.
So,
and you know,
live stream.
A lot of people say, what I'm hearing since I got home is a lot of people are saying, well, the militia can't stay there forever, so then what's going to happen when they leave? And I said, well, yeah, but when someone leaves, someone else is coming in. So we are not going to leave them unprotected.
Look, you know,
that's what it's all about right there.
Yep. How many people does it take to guard them? That's what I want to know.
You know, that's a good point.
Yep.
We had upwards of perhaps more than 600 people at one time. Numbers are down. The government, or those that work within the government, they've got a playbook, and it's been working throughout history. And we got to expect they're going to come in and do it there. We've had some people in there that came in and caused some dissension. I think most of them are gone. I might think of one, but I'm not going to comment.
But there's always going to be, as far as I can see, and I plan on going back too, there's always, it doesn't take a whole lot of people to have someone there filming all the time, someone there to bear witness, because that's what they don't want, is no one to bear witness as to what's going on if they come in.
Yep. 1,000 people with cameras are stronger than one guy with a gun.
Right.
And see, one thing that I worry about with this being this big on a grand scale is knowing who's replacing the people who leave. We need to be able to do some kind of check ourselves to make sure we're not being shilled or trolled so to speak, if you're a big internet buff. We don't want those people in there who are hot-headed and ready to shoot as soon as somebody steps on their toes. We need the people who are calm, collective, and, you know, what's the old saying? What is that? A wise man once said nothing. We need people who are quiet, who watch what's going on, who can accurately depict and relay, like you said, bear witness, to places like UCY.TV, NWO Truth Radio, Truth Emerges, all of these networks that are more than friendly to these Bundys and getting this story out and constantly keeping an update. We need those kind of people on the ground at all times, but we need people watching our people.
Yeah, but you know, the ones that are there to disrupt show their hand pretty quickly. And I think the people that are out there are in tune enough to see it. So far, when I was out there, I could see, you know, I mean, I think there's enough of us out there that they won't come in unless we all leave.
Well, I sure hope so, because, you know, I've never been there myself personally. I've only got to live vicariously through my buddy Vince here. But it seems like there is an awesome sense of unity going on there. And I would
and there's Ralph. Ralph lives in Vegas. Ralph lives in Vegas. He's staying there as long as it takes. And there's a few of them that are just going to stay.
Yeah, Road Dogs Camp is going to be there till November at least. So.
Yeah, there's people coming in. They're dedicating. One guy's got a couple of months that he's dedicated. A lot of other people are rotating in and out, back and forth. So, you know.
Mama Bear, she's going to be there all summer long with her kids.
She's with.
There's going to be a huge July 4th rally out here. So check on the Bundy Ranch Facebook page. But July 4th, there should be a big to do there. So if you're planning on going somewhere July 4th, go on out to the Bundy Ranch and show your support to what happened there. So
I guarantee you'll get some good grub too.
Yeah, they take good care of you there.
For sure. Hey, big howdy to some listeners just in time. Man, it's so good to see you back. We miss you, brother. Yeah, we're really glad to see you in chat. Jennifer, welcome. See my post and said she's listening. Julieta and a whole lot of other folks. Just really glad you guys are joining in and really appreciate it. I'm going to grab the link for Facebook for Bundy Ranch too and drop that in. So let me hand it back to somebody there. Nobody? Somebody. Hey, I can't.
Hey, Ben?
Yeah.
Real quick, what I'm going to do is I've got to pay a few bills on my side. I'm going to mute y'all. I'm going to pay my bills, and then I'll jump right back in and bring you right back in live on NWO Truth Radio, brother.
Cool. Yeah, this is awesome. Hey, we're simulcasting right now, and James has a lot of listeners. So, hey, we're sharing UCY.
Absolutely right, brother. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so happy and pleased to have even more friends out there doing the same thing and making sure that the information is valid and it is relevant and not sugar-coated.
That's right. Now,
yeah, I have some interviews I'll be putting up too as soon as I get my main computer back up.
Hey, okay, James, we'll see you back in a minute. Yeah, Dodie, you got, you and I shot some videos. You shot one on my phone with, Patrick and myself, and man, I got a lot of wind into it. So I'm going to get that up, and then you're going to take it and clean it up, and then we'll pass that on to, Jason. And he's got, I'm not kidding, he's got a lot of stuff. Now look, I want to also give a shout out to PM Beers. You can, do a search and find her.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is NWO Truth Radio. UCY is actually on mute at this time. We are going to play
That's right.
our promos and pay our bills, and then we will jump right back into the simulcast that is NWO Truth Radio and UCY.TV. I hope you stay. I think it's been a really good show so far.
Awesome show.
I am your host, the Mouth. Laughing and scratching at you.
I come to bring the warriors together as one.
I got just one thing to say to Al Gore.
Kiss my entire ass.
I mean, you come out and you lie to the people, not only of this country, but the rest of the planet, to get them to buy in this whole green hoodoo Jew crap that isn't real. You deserve to have the stuff slapped out of you. It's simple as sit there and go, hey, Lee, you think that everything's a conspiracy. Well, you know what? It kind of is. The more and more I dig, the more I figure out what all's connected with each other. And guess what? It kind of is.
All systems go!
Truth Emerges Radio Network and NWO Truth Radio proudly present the Friday Night Super Show. Hosted by Dennis Ford from the Friday Night Show on NWO Truth Radio and the Mouth in the Last Voice for Liberty. Broadcasting live across dual networks for a cross-promotional show of epic proportion. Tune in live Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the most groundbreaking show on the web. The Friday Night Super Show, presented by Truth Emerges Radio Network and NWO Truth Radio. You are awake. Now be aware.
Everybody here wants to fight. We want to go to fight, and then we want to fight to the fight. So, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
And
Hello,
we're back.
Here at NWO Truth
No, we're not.
Radio, we enjoy bringing you the finest in quality research and programming. And in order to do this, we depend on donations from our listeners. At www.nwotruthradio.com, we accept donations as little as $1. Here at NWO Truth Radio, we appreciate all of our supporters and listeners. So give what you can, and remember, friends, stay vigilant and stay informed. We are the New World Order.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NWO Truth Radio. This is the Impending Revelation Radio Show. I am your host, James Impending. It's the truth now. Everything in the universe runs like a Smith watch. Every part of the universe is dependent on every other part. The universe isn't as random as they would have you think. Those of us who understand that reality is nothing more illusion. The numbers are here. I want you to check all my numbers too. You can go back and listen to this. Check all my numbers. Because you're going to find out that I'm right.
Impending Revelation with James Impending. Saturday night, 9 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern Time.
Okay. Sorry. Call back in, James. That was pretty good, but it's going to hit copyright infringement, and so it's going to get it knocked off YouTube. Anyways, I did enjoy it. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyways, I've got it. Well, James, call back in. Hey, Dodie, and Jason, why don't you take it? Let me give him a call and let him know, and I will be right back.
Okay. Jason, you still there?
I'm still here, sitting in the rain.
It's raining there?
Yeah, I'm in Virginia. Operation American Spring starts this weekend, so
Yeah.
just enjoying the weather here in Virginia.
So the trip went well getting there?
Yeah, just it's again another long drive. So I've put on 15,000 miles in the last month. Just trying to promote freedom and liberty. That the thing is, it's really funny that our country was founded on it, but people miss it so much.
And they don't. A lot of them don't realize how much it really takes. I mean, I got home and I was just dead to the world. I drove straight through from there to California, and it took us, I think, 13 hours, and you just beat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's what it basically is we the people who have limited time and limited resources are standing up against a Goliath that has unlimited time and unlimited resources. And we're really fighting our own. We're fighting our own resources, right? Because we pay taxes and whatnot for, depending on where that money's coming from, to fight against the tyranny that's being perpetrated against us. So I like to shut off their supply at some point.
That is a horrible truth too. Is we're paying our tormentors, and it's just
we pay to be tormented. We pay to be ruled over.
Well, I know it did me. I'm so glad I went there because I've already talked to so many people here that had only been watching the TV, that had no idea, and I've showed them the videos, and now they're all taking it to their Facebook. They're all getting out there, and they're getting the truth out too. Most people need to hear it from someone who is actually there. Because otherwise it's gossip. And so, I'm glad we got the interviews with you and with Mama Bear and with Ralph, with the people that are boots on the ground and the truth. I think it's spreading like wildfire.
Ralph is a good guy. He's still there. He's gone back and forth a bunch of times. Real good guy.
Oh, yeah. Ralph says he'll be there until it is finally completely over because he lives close enough to go out there. And I loved the interview with him. I mean, that is a true patriot through and through to his heart,
Oh, yeah. Ralph is the real deal. He's been there the whole time and, through the thick and the thin of it. And he's going to stay there. So,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting back there myself.
Yeah,
but
in fact,
gotta see what's going to happen here at American Spring. This thing's been brewing for almost a year now, I think, and it's in the same direction as that. So, and it's the place where it happens here in Washington D.C. So, hopefully, if anybody's near Washington D.C. who wants to join Operation American Spring, we're here, boots on the ground out here, and the more the merrier.
Now, do you know what's going? Well, how about in Utah? Have you heard anything about what ended up happening there? I know there was a lot going on.
Originally, the BLM had threatened to write tickets and whatnot for people that were there doing what they were doing, and they were, I guess, ordered to stand down. So that was a win before it even happened. It sounds like somebody's understanding that they can't push these buttons that they've been pushing. And so from what I heard from Ryan Bundy when he got back is that, Utah was a big success. They got a sheriff that understands his responsibility, and he's there doing it, and a city council member that understands, and so hopefully that's contagious and it'll spread across the nation.
Well, that's 2 for our side within a month. So yeah, it's happening. I really think that this woke a lot of people up, even through the lies because people have had it. They are sick and tired of the overreach, of them, coming right into our homes and telling us what to do. This is not freedom. Freedom is not where you have the largest prison population in the world. How can you have that in the land of the free?
Yeah.
Hopefully the ideas of liberty and freedom are contagious, and then hopefully we the people will become very respectful of we the people, and we'll respect one another, and peace will win the day. I mean, that's all I can hope for.
Right. I don't deny anyone their right to go to the church they believe in or say what they have to say. In fact, I will fight harder for the person who says something I don't agree with, because that's what freedom's all about. If you don't want to hear it, then you leave. Freedom, it's freedom for all, not just for the ones that you or your ideas or what you believe in. Freedom is for that person that believes in something you don't.
Yep. As long as everyone's practicing respect of one another, we can all live free,
Yes.
Some people's ideas, that cross lines on other people's ideas of freedom are not okay, and hopefully we can all be respectful of one another and get back to the way things used to be and should be.
We can't cherry pick the Constitution, and you can't pick and choose who you're going to allow to have freedom and who you're not. It's either one for all or none for any.
Yep.
Yeah, and you have to look in the mirror as to how we, people go, how did we get here? Well, it was by our, being lax, by our, things are going so well for our parents and stuff that we stopped watching the government. And then they took advantage of it.
Ma'am, it's complacent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now we have...
complacent.
Right.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking that we have a small window here, because if we don't win at this point in time, while we have the power of the people behind us, we'll lose forever.
Absolutely right. You are so right when you say that. Being complacent is as bad as pulling the trigger. Bunkersville, is a testing ground. If they can win there, they won't stop till they have it all. And this is, you said, we have got to stand up right now, push them back, put their backs against the wall, let them know that the people are still here. The fluoride hasn't worked. It hadn't done its magic, and neither has your chemtrails. Some of us out here still retain a tad bit of intelligence, and we know how to read. I actually said that the other day when I seen something the government had posted on Facebook, one of their little pages, and I said, play those cards to the illiterate people. I can actually read. It doesn't take a rocket scientist from NASA to figure out that these bills that they're putting through are not in your best interest. They're in the political interest or the corporate interest. We owe money to all the major players in the world. And I say this all the time, the debt is imaginary. You can blow your nose on it just as easily as you can ignore it. It's not there. It's only there because somebody says it's there. Just like your money's only worth money because somebody believes it's worth money. These things we have to quit lying to ourselves and allowing people to lie to us and keep us segregated and separated and prejudiced against one another. If we could come together, and it's like a buddy of mine said, Dylan with the Truth Speaks, if we could get 3%, well, like we said, we have all these 3%ers out there. That's 3 million people. If we could get 3%, 3 million people to stand up on the grounds of the White House and the Federal Reserve, they'd be out before sundown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. Present.
Now we proved that.
Sorry,
I proved that we can't make a difference.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I am 3%, and I am at the White House.
Yeah, you know, if
Yeah.
anyone's seen that video, the tiny dot. I mean, there's only 500 or so in Washington D.C. and look how many of the public there is. Yeah, and look how many of us there are. If we could only get them together.
Okay, there's something called Operation American Spring. So we can talk about the 3% going to Nevada or going to D.C., or you can be the 3% and be in D.C. Operation American Spring is in full effect. It begins this weekend, and it lasts very similar to the Bundy Ranch. So if you want to be 3% and talk about 3%, I would tell everyone, bring yourself to Washington, D.C., join Operation American Spring, and be the change you're talking about. Some people can, and some people can't. If you can't support it the same way that they're supporting it. They send supplies, find out what people need, get supply trains functioning, because there's going to be a group of 3% that is here at the White House, here in Washington, D.C. I am one of them.
Well, and I'm glad you're there. I really am. I wish I could be there.
Well, I don't know all the supply chains yet, but find the supply chains that are coming this way.
Yeah, and like I said, OperationFeedFreedom.com. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I wish more people would stand up and be like you, who are not afraid. I'm sorry if I offend people when I say that anonymous is a little and I'm very sorry if that hurts people's feelings, but when you go out and you buy these masks, you're supporting Time Warner, the evil conglomerate that runs the news, okay? When you go out and you buy, say, there's 1 million in anonymous, and they go spend $15 on a hat, or on a mask, I mean, and that's 115, or let me see here. Yeah, $15 million. Let's do that. Let's give $15 million to the people who run the news and prey on the emotions of the American people, who fabricate stories. Let's do that. Let's give those people that money, but then say we're fighting against these same people. And I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense to me how you can say you're against the conglomerate, but you support the conglomerate by buying all of their crap. I'm sorry if that offends people. I really am.
You know, Jack has made a point. We've seen these, you know, the Arab Spring and all this, you know, other ones across. So no matter, even if they are co-opted or co-intel, you know, we can still make it our own. We don't have to give ownership over to anybody. So take the good and make that work.
Right, make it work for us.
Absolutely. Exactly right.
And
but
I want to say,
support these same things that you stand up against. You just can't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I want to say again, and I can't say it enough, how great the people are out there. Like I said, there was those few that you know, and I don't have any solid proof, but some other people have, you know, and when you get out there and start, you know, causing dissent, you know, you're not doing any good. So, anyways, I want to give my respect and out to the Bundys. I met so many of the family out there. They are all great, wonderful people. I can't find fault in any of them. The people that have showed up in support, the same. So many great people. Steve, Darlene, just so many names. Hey, Scott, I hope you're listening too. It's really great to be a part of this, and let's keep it ours. Don't be discouraged, and let's continue to make a difference. You know, we can make a change.
Yeah, be the change you want to see in the world. I mean, everyone who's listening, I don't know where this all goes, but to everyone that's listening, make sure you be the change that you want to see in the world. It's a reflection of you.
You are absolutely correct, sir. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to jump off here. I got to do a Skype interview, but y'all keep up doing the good work. You know, I'm gonna follow you now. The reports that are coming out of Bundy, I got to call Ralph and see what's going on. I'm gonna be back out there, so I'll hit you up when I get back out. But I'll plug again, Operation American Spring. Find the donation channels that send supplies and whatnot this way. Hopefully this is going to be a large event. I know a bunch of the hotels were booked solid, so there's a few people here, and hopefully it's a continuation of what started out there in Nevada. I can only hope, and I'll be covering it tomorrow. So thanks for letting me come in. And
Jason.
Hey, this is Jason Patrick. Peace.
Peace, brother.
Thanks, Jason. I really appreciate you coming in. Appreciate all the hard work you're doing, and I'll be sharing your links out and making sure we spread the word around. Okay. I think Jason's gone. Really great guy. Really. Hey, he looks like George Clooney, by the way.
He does.
Yeah.
He really does. In fact, I'll be putting a picture of him up when I get my videos up, too, of them when they were getting ready to leave. So.
Yeah, him and Mama Bear. Hey, I get credit for hooking them two up to get them out, the two of them together to go out yonder. So, hey, you know what? All it takes, to make a difference is to open your mouth sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince.
Yes, sir.
If I could, real quick, I have a couple callers, but Dennis Ford is live with us now. We also have Lee Peter. He is sitting on the burners, just chomping at the bit.
Okay, hey, let me say welcome. Dennis Ford's awesome, man. He's out there, man. He's sharing everything all around. Really, really great guy. Lee, welcome also. And I'll give y'all the mic. I do want to remind you guys that we are not governed by the FCC, but we self-govern. So, occasionally a shitter dance gets out, but we're trying to hold the F-bomb, okay?
Yeah, I just want to. I don't know. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just want to say real quick before we get into anything, Vincent. It's my first time being on the show, and the NWO Truth Radio, the dual broadcast thing is cool, man. I really like it. But Vincent, I have to take my hat off to you as well, sir, because you put in a lot of work, man. You do a lot for this movement, whatever people want to call it, quote unquote. But there's a lot of people out here, and you're one of them, man. It's an honor to run into you. I'm glad I met you, and glad to see you doing what you're doing, and everything you've been discussing tonight and talking about is dead on, man. You really put in the work and really make things, you put it out there for everybody. So if anything, I want to thank you, Vincent, for what you do. So I just want to put that out there.
I'm honored, bro. But, man, you guys rock, dude. That's all I can say. You guys rock.
But we do what we can, man. We have an extended family of people that do radio shows, and sometimes, I say this all the time, but a lot of times, you think about it, you're like, are we doing enough with the radio shows and Facebook and social media? Are we really doing enough to get what needs to be out to the masses? Are we really reaching a lot of people? And every week we get 2 or 3 people that are new to us, and they've never heard of a NWO Truth Radio, or they've never heard of UCY TV. They've never heard of any of us, and they come and they check us out, and they take it for what it is. They either get with what we're doing, or they don't ever listen again. And we get a couple of people every week, and I'm happy with that. If we're not getting 100 people every week, that's fine. But just those few people that come and check us out, and they say, you know what, I'm not the only person in my community. I'm not the only person out there that's saying these things, and I'm not alone. There is other people out there that are saying what I'm saying, whether it's
right.
Whatever
and just
like
think
James
with
saying,
2 people. Think how many those 2 people are going to talk to. You never know how far it reaches.
Yep, and that's why we can't quit. And like James was saying, no matter if you're part of whatever group, if you're part of Anonymous, if you're part of the 3 Percenters, if you're an Oath Keeper, or whatever it may be, we're all kind of saying the same thing. So we all got to communicate the best to our ability. And there's people I don't agree with all the time. There's my best friends that I don't agree with everything that they have to say, but certain things we're all hitting on 100%. So we're doing our job, man. We just got to keep doing what we're doing and not giving up and not getting discouraged.
That's what small stuff, man. You gotta. We all have common ground at one point or another, and whether or not we choose to follow along with that common ground is actually one of the versus a free will. You know, you are, you ain't. And right now we've got a lot of us that are, and we're trying to convince the others to join in with us. They will eventually. They will. It may take the cataclysmic event that I foresee coming anyway, but they will eventually. And once they see it, they can't turn back. Once you've seen the truth, you don't stop. It's like crack.
Like once you know the truth and you watch the news, you can't. It's all different. You got it. You know, and you know, I like planting. Yeah. I call it planting seeds. I don't pressure people. I plant seeds, and then something will happen in their life, and they'll go, "Wait a minute,"
well,
and then they know.
With faith.
You know, you don't got to preach to people.
Yeah. People do that with religious beliefs and things like that, like planting seeds. But when it comes to the truth, you know, the truth is the truth, whether it's religious tie-in or not. When we find the truth through all our research and all the many years that we've been doing all of us have been doing, we know the truth when we hear it. So even this event that's going to be happening, I guess tomorrow, the 16th, you guys were talking about, the news media is not coming close. They're not even going to cover this. So we need people on the ground that are really going to do journalism and really cover this, because you know Fox and CNN, they don't want no parts of any of this. Not to mention the march against Monsanto that's fast approaching on the 24th. The mainstream media, if they do cover it, they're going to try to demonize it. They're going to say, "Oh, look at these crazy people out here protesting. They're insane." But if you're there on the ground, you'll meet some amazing people. You'll meet people to interact with, and you'll make friends for life. But the media is going to demonize this event tomorrow, and they're going to demonize any protest coming up in the future. So we have to be there on the ground, just like Vincent was at the Bundy Ranch. You know, he was down there, and he was actually there.
Like, okay, the main media, they go for the big push, but then now they're not even reporting on the Bundy case. So now's when our job really starts. Keep it alive. Don't let it fade off into the back. Remind people that there are still people out there. This is still going on, even if the mainstream doesn't say one more word about it. We have to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Hey, big shout out. That's leave them out. Leave them out.
It was independence. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. It's great to be here as always, man. I'm always honored to be a part of your broadcast, and I really am. I'm just honored to talk with you each and every time, because you, like Dennis said, you're right down on the front lines, man. You're doing it hardcore and showing everybody how it's to be done, and everybody should applaud this, man, really. What I was going to say about this whole situation out there, number one, it's an illegal corporate entity based out of Puerto Rico. They're not even part of the federal government, to be honest. So the whole BLM issue aside, firing upon those people would have been just absolutely just, because they're an independent company coming onto the land and with guns. So you know, that'd be like me coming onto your land with guns and tasers and killing your cattle and everything else. It's like they have no legal authority whatsoever.
Right.
There's nothing there for them.
For those who don't know, the BLM, Bureau of Land Management, is not LLC'd in the United States. It is actually LLC'd in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's
again, that takes research.
About that. Hey, I need to make a public service announcement. William Raleigh is looking for somebody to get word to Steve. They call him Painter. He's out at the ranch. Stephen Brooks. If anybody listening, Painter, he's a great guy. Get him to get in touch with his family. I know that he didn't have a phone, so anyways, I'll be making some calls. I'll call out there and help you out with that, William. Anyways, anybody listening, please tell Steve Brooks to call William Raleigh and his family. Thanks. All right.
I hope his kids are okay.
Yeah, he's got some beautiful kids there. A lot of great people. Like I said, I can't quit saying there. A lot of great people out there. And hey, big shout out to Buddha. He's a bodyguard for Mr. Bundy. And I got with him, and had a little matter that we discussed, and I have a great amount of respect for him. Like I said, people sling some accusations around, but you've got to look into the source, and I think everybody should be scrutinized, especially those in leadership. So, anyways, my respect to it. Back to you guys.
It's a great thing that everybody's doing. That you're showing the country. You guys are heroes, and literally each and every one of you that have been out to the ranch and been standing on the front lines. You're heroes. You are the equivalent to like Paul Revere riding through the streets saying the British are coming. You're the equivalent to the first stand at Lexington. You are. This is what our founding fathers did. They took a stand
writing history
against a group of tyrants.
History.
Mm-hmm. These people should be held hoisted high above our shoulders and paraded through towns. I'm not even joking. I got
I'm
shit
not
knees,
either,
man,
brother.
but I'll come and lift somebody up. I don't care. I'll put on the braces, the old mechanical wheels, and
I have a better idea. Come join us at the Bundy Ranch.
$3 million to I've seen even more projections of upwards to $30 million invading Washington for this American Spring.
Mm-hmm.
$3 million show up. 30 million show up. Imagine that.
Just imagine if we could cut off their money. That's as big as the Bundy thing, to cut off their funds. They can't take any of this money no more. They'll either leave office or they'll straighten up.
To be honest, Russia and China is going to take their money away and all of our money away when they kill the dollar.
You know what? Speaking of this event tomorrow, I'm pretty close to D.C. I was thinking to get with a few friends and maybe go out that way. But here in Virginia, with the way traffic is on Fridays, tomorrow is really going to be interesting. I really want to see what's going to be happening tomorrow, and not any negative repercussions. I just want to see how this is all going to turn out, and if I can get there, maybe I can get on the feet, get my feet on the ground up there. But
or if you can't, get a sign and stand at the road where they're going there.
Yeah, I mean, I-95 and Route 1, Route 1 is about 5 minutes from where I live at, so I can definitely do something. I'm going to see what I can do tomorrow.
If say we can get a hold of somebody who's on the ground there, would you be open to having them call in your super show tomorrow night?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could. I was thinking if we have to, when this event is going on throughout the day, if we have to, maybe we can run a broadcast earlier in the day.
Well, Jason's on the ground there. He was just on the air with us. He's on the ground there.
Yeah, Jason Patrick.
Let him know.
I'll get you guys contact information shared.
Yeah, let him know, because tomorrow we're broadcasting at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Friday Night Super Show, and I'd be interested in hearing people's thoughts on what's going on there. Definitely.
That'd be great.
Absolutely right. And listen, if we got somebody, if anybody has anyone, get in contact with me. Dylan Brown is on the line as well. I help him start a YouTube channel.
Oh, hey, you're bleeding up. You're gonna have to mute it on your end, Jason. I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah. Well, no, you're fine, brother. I was going to bring Dylan in for a second, but he's got some music playing in the background, and I can't have that going through there. But we started a YouTube channel for events like this called The Truth Speaks, and any time that anybody can touch base, I don't care what time it is, I don't care how long I have to wait or how quick it comes. We will set a show
up. What's the name of it again?
Live stream it.
What's the name of it again?
The Truth Speaks. The Truth Speaks.
What? Okay, got it. The Truth Speaks.
As in talking. Speak. Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this microphone isn't the greatest. But, yes, anytime, if you can't get a hold of anyone else, send me a message. I'm always able to be gotten in contact with. and we will set it up, and I can have the show running in 5 minutes from the time I've been informed. So it's not a big deal. If we can get this done and you got somebody on the ground and they need exposure, just contact me at James Impending Revelation on Facebook, and I will get a show set up. And like I said, if there's people on the ground at night, feel free to have them call in the Super Show on NWO Truth Radio and Truth Emerges tomorrow night. We're always here to push the truth. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth, not from the jock.
I'm not finding that channel on the search. Won't you grab the link and drop it to me in Facebook on my page there, and I'll fetch it up for you. And also, I have another message. Okay. And I also have a follow-up from William Raleigh. He wanted me to give his number out. So anybody listening that can get a hold of Stephen Brooks, the number is 937 area code 838-7385. So Stephen Brooks call. And if anybody's out there at the ranch and listening on TuneIn, you can find UCY Radio on the TuneIn app. Hey, get Chad to call in. I want to talk to him. Or Colin. Or anybody else for that matter. And that number, call-in number here is 1-718-717-8296. And, James, you got a call-in number on your end as well for your listeners?
Yes, it is 805-830-8329.
Oh, right. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, this
everyone.
Yeah, I was just going to say this cross promotion networks working together is kind of something we've been doing with Truth Emerges. But to reach out to UCY TV is great, man. I'm very proud of what we're doing. So in the future, yeah, we'll be doing more of this if that's all right with all the parties involved. We'll continue doing what we're doing to get this message spread, and we'll all have our own little networks, but we'll all be working together, as a union. Exactly. People trying to get the message out. And just like your show here, Vincent, what matters worldwide is very true, because there's so many issues that are going on, no matter if it's protests or marches coming up or whatever it may be. I mean, I could run down a list of 100 things right now that are really crippling not only this country, but the worldwide. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that we need to be talking about. And people aren't talking about it, man. They're talking about entertainers getting beat up in the elevator, or, these shows on television. This is what people are interested in. Who's gay in the NFL and things like this. They're not really concerned with the real social issues. What's really going on. So, yeah, we need to change that.
Sorry, fellas. I got hit with a pop-up. And ladies. Don't want
to
There's so much going on in the world. There's so much devastation and carnage going on right now. I told somebody earlier when I was talking to him, the world is really burning. And I asked him, I was like, are you contributing to the fire? I know we didn't start it, like the old song there, but are you putting water on it, or are you adding gasoline to it? What are you doing?
Did you just reference Billy Joel?
I did.
Holy cow.
We didn't start the fire. I did.
Holy cow.
People always tell me that. They're like, well, we didn't start the fire. And I'm like, man, that's a Billy Joel song. I know that song. But we got to put it out some point in time.
References today. Somebody referenced Kishi and the Banshees earlier to me. I about fell over in my chair.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I tried to call somebody else, and I was going to call some more folks to get a hold of Steven. So Cody's going to call Ralph, great guy out there, and hey, we're going to get a hold of Steven and get him to get in touch with you, Ralph Williams. So hopefully he'll call you tonight. Thank you, Cody.
That'll work.
Back at you.
Did I lose everybody?
No, we're still here.
I was wondering the same thing. Did I lose him? I had to go back to my studio to find out if he was still with me.
What we've got here is
failure to
Hey,
communicate.
it's to communicate. Hey, you're talking like guy all
Wow.
alone here.
Well, these acts of treason against the American people being committed by the federal government have been long documented. We've been documenting them for years and years. People have called us conspiracy theorists or the tinfoil hat gang or all this other garbage. But the fact is, it's real. Okay? What the federal government is doing when they break the law to try and make other laws is a crime. Why are we not holding criminals accountable?
Good point.
We should be. And we have people there in Bunkersville that are doing that right there. They're standing up and going, no, you're not going to commit any more crimes. Clevin Bundy repeatedly said he will pay the taxes to the county. He will pay the grazing fees to the county, but they won't take his money. No, because these scary 545 people over here said we can't. Come on, grow a pair. That county sheriff and that county offices that refuse to take his money and say, oh no, the federal government said they want it. They're cowards. Cowards. That sheriff of that county has more constitutional authority than each member of Congress.
And he did nothing. He was gone. AWOL.
Oh yeah, he had to go get an award from Tricky Dick Reed.
Yeah, if those people voted him back in as sheriff, then they don't deserve to be defended in my eyes. Get him out. He wasn't there for you.
We have an obligation probably to protect the idiots, and God looks out for dogs, children, and fools. So, let's not lose patience, and always remember to be kind. Remember that our perspectives, define our beliefs. So everybody can't see things the same way, and it doesn't do any good to go into a pissing match and trying to I'm right and you're wrong type of deal. So I think we need to give consideration. And because we're not going to reach anybody at all if we offend them, their sensibilities and so forth. So, or I think sometimes we need to tippy toe just a little bit, right? You think?
They're losing again?
No. Everybody's still there. It just got quiet real quick while we have a quiet second. Dylan Brown is co-founder of The Truth Speaks, and I wanted to bring him in here for just a second and let him say a few things, if everybody is okay with that.
Absolutely. Come on in.
All right, Dylan, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. Welcome to our cross-promotional show.
My Skype disconnected for a second. What were you guys talking about? I know you guys were talking about Bunkerville, but what specifically?
More specifically, we're discussing the illegality of your sheriffs, your local sheriffs, and how they are not abiding by the Constitution, not realizing their constitutional authority, not using it because they want to ignore the Constitution.
It seems to me that even if Bundy's in the wrong on this, I don't believe they are. But even if he is wrong on this, what they're doing is illegal. They're violating rights. They're putting First Amendment zones up. They're using excessive force.
Can we get some more volume on your mic?
Let me check. Can you guys hear me all right?
I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you.
Great.
One sec. Sorry.
Hey, shout out for Martinez. Gordon Martinez running for Clark County Sheriff. I dropped a link in there with his speech about the Bundy Ranch invasion. Y'all can check him out and see if this is the kind of guy that we need to take the office of sheriff throughout the country. So, bravo, Mr. Martinez. Okay, go ahead.
But what they're doing, even at this point, whether he's right or wrong, is
am I the only one not hearing?
completely.
Sorry.
I hear her,
I
Vince.
think so, buddy.
What? Okay, I shut that then. Sorry.
You have to forgive Dylan. He gets he doesn't have the radio voice yet. He doesn't have that big booming voice that just grabs your attention. Dylan, you have to speak up just a little bit for him, brother.
Just a little bit.
Sorry, I'm not used to that. But, like I said, they've been committing illegal acts throughout these events. I don't know if it's over yet. I don't think it is, but for the moment it seems to be. Have there been any
It's not
updates?
over. They're stockpiling. See, this is a game of chess for these people. They want to play a game of chess, and they have their little pawns. What they did first was send them their little pawns to the BLM. Now, the BLM, having absolutely no legal authority over any U.S. Or American person, they had to stand down because, well, they couldn't do nothing. They're a private corporation, not even LLC'd in the United States, as James pointed out earlier. What's going to happen next? DHS. They're already stockpiling them in Vegas. Am I wrong?
I never saw that report. Do you have a link?
I've seen it, but it's not verified as far as I can tell.
Well, it may not be Vegas. It may be somewhere else as well. I've seen the reports from that they're amassing people in different locations. Whether or not each one is true or completely verified, I'm not entirely sure. But
you'll never get complete verification on these things.
Yeah, you can't get complete verification on these Department of Homeland Security mass-ups or not unless you're there and see it yourself. They did the same thing with that explosion in Waco last year, if you guys remember that.
That was
the fertilizer plant that exploded.
I thought that was a long time ago.
No.
You're thinking of the Branch Davidian thing, the burning of Waco. This was a fertilizer plant that exploded last year. And just before that, DHS vehicles were seen gathering together, but maybe a quarter mile from the place that blew up. So,
well, do you think
there's a lot of people coming
similar to that?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think there's something similar to that again?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
These people use the same playbook over and over again. They're like a college coach who has a go-to play.
Yep.
And for the elite, that is a racism. They use racism to divide us. Now, these people are your, like Lee was saying, these are your pawns. These are the ones that if they get caught or killed in the crossfire, it's no big deal. So they do all the quote-unquote black ops. And they have a playbook the same way. All they need is, that doesn't have to be a gunshot. Like Lee said, it could be an explosion. If somebody mistakes the explosion for gunfire and starts opening fire on innocent people.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't matter who
They've
shot
been known
first.
to use firecrackers.
Well, if Waco didn't teach us that it doesn't matter who shot first, then you need to do some more research.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at Ruby Ridge.
See, I haven't even heard of these events until recently.
Oh yes, I forgot to let everybody
he's
know.
still a young man.
Dylan is quite young. He is the future of this business.
Oh, the future, just another one of the members of the future of this country. You know, and to have kids as young as you that are getting in the know and getting the knowledge that you're getting, man, I'm telling you what, you're going to be part of what's rebuilding our nation. You know, I got kids your age, for Pete's sake.
Absolutely right, brother. You are absolutely right.
We'll be taking it to. We're going to do our part. Okay, we're going to continue on getting on the radio, opening up people's minds, exploring new avenues, asking the questions that no one else wants to ask. And I've had to do it, and I've caught my wave of crap from everybody before.
Yeah.
You know,
I get that too.
If you're going to get into radio, don't look to make friends, because most times you won't. Okay, I'll
absolutely
lucky enough to find all these wonderful people, and as we alluded to earlier in the show, getting this fight done. We all have common ground. We don't have to like the same food. I don't have to like the same drinks. You don't have to like the same time of day. But everybody loves being free. Everybody loves being free.
You don't have to have
absolutely right.
One tack will unite everyone.
Am I on air?
Hey, we got a caller.
Well, if we don't,
we got a caller. Welcome.
Yeah,
new caller.
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, how's it going, buddy? This is William Raleigh.
Hey, William.
I'm Steve Brooks' uncle, man, and I've been in touch with him since he's been gone. And it's been 3 days since I've heard from him, and I'm kind of wondering what's going on out there, and if something happened or something, somebody needs to get back with me or something.
I just left a message with Ralph to get a hold of Steven to have him call you.
Yeah, I've been messaging the Bundy Ranch, and I've been messaging him and everybody that I seem to know that is connected with him, and there is no connection whatsoever.
Okay, well, Ralph will know because Ralph sees him every day.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We will get him in touch.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear. That was kind of mixed up. I didn't hear a word.
Okay, hey William, we will get a hold of somebody. If Ralph, well, I'll as soon as the show's over, I'll get on the phone and I'll call some other folks and on Facebook and send some messages. And he will. You know, look, I can tell you, he's okay.
We just seen him day before yesterday, and he was fine.
Yeah, he's been working really hard. He and Harrison picked up all the pipe. They're running water line back up to the tanks that were destroyed by the BLM. They've been doing some farm work, and Stephen has been standing point at the driveway at the Bundys, and in case somebody just wants to wheel in there, because people are pulling in there to disturb them all the time. So it's just to let them know that unless they've been invited, not to disturb them. You can imagine how the Bundys must feel under all this pressure.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I really understand all that and everything, but the secretism thing's kind of getting on my nerves. I mean, anything that's of God is not going to be secret at all. It's going to stand up and it's going to be loud in the face of man. And I'm not liking any kind of secretism.
What's that, honey?
Stephen was he was talking about going in and getting a phone.
Yeah, he was earning some money, and he was going to get a phone so that he can be in touch on a regular basis. She shot a video, and she's gonna put that up on YouTube. So if you'll keep an eye on my Facebook, actually I'll post it to you as soon as I get it, and you can see him.
Yeah, I'm kind of needing a direct connection somehow with him, because this Facebook thing there. I mean, anybody could get a hold of somebody's Facebook and message. Just like anybody, I can get a hold of anybody's phone and message and act like I'm them for 20 years and somebody not know.
Yeah. Hey, look.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. My heart's pumping right now, and I'm worried about him. And I'm just saying, I'm worried, and
That's understandable. That is understandable.
I
Hey,
mean,
look,
3 days is a pretty large window for someone to have gotten back with me over this, because I've been with the Bundy Ranch through this whole thing from beginning to end, and every time I message them, they message me right back, and Steve calls. You know, that's not been the case.
Well, here in about 15 minutes, I will make it my last priority to make sure that I get in contact with as many people as I can to get him to call you, okay?
Well, I'll tell you what, man, thank you very much, and I really appreciate the help. And I outreached the hand, and you grabbed the hold. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm glad to be able to, man. That's what it's about. We got to, stand together.
Yes, sir, man, for the right cause, for the right reason.
You bet. Thank you, William. Thank you for calling, and we understand your concern.
And we will get a hold of
All right, well, I thank you very much, and I apologize for the, I'm sure I'm a little red, but,
Okay, that puts us back on there. I don't know what happened. I came and we were, UCI was not on, but everybody else was. So very strange. Let me go get Doty, and we'll wait for James and everybody else to call back in. So give me one sec. Where'd you go, Doty? Sorry, guys. Doggone it. Anyways, y'all can listen to me mumble and rumble for just a moment. Doty, you're not showing to be online here. Or you're just yellow. Okay. All right, here comes Doty.
Okay, I think we're back on.
Doggone it. Hold on. Sorry, just a sec.
Okay, we're back, they said.
I'm tangled.
Thanks, JoJo.
Okay, how about now? Hello, Doty?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Joe can hear us. We're back.
Okay, I don't know what happened there.
Sorry, guys. Live radio.
Yeah. Okay, James, call back in. Sorry, guys. We're coming up to the end of the hour still. I don't know what happened there. I was gone.
It happens.
And yeah, weird. So. Yep.
Okay, trying to get the others back in.
Well, won't you take the reins here, Doty, and let me go call.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, if my main machine died on me, it froze up on me, but I have it torn apart. I should have it back together by tomorrow. And I will be posting the interviews that I did out at the Bundy Ranch and putting up pictures. And like I said, I would bring you the truth about what's going on out there. And I did the human interest more than anything else. I mean, I talked to the people that have been there the longest and what brought them out there, and just to quiet all the lies and stuff. There's no one blocking roads.
I didn't want to cut anybody off. Just wanted to let you know.
And you'll see the videos. So watch for them on my Facebook. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You always get such nice greetings. That's very lovely.
I know, isn't it? Doesn't it feel good to be greeted by a woman?
Yeah.
Talking to all these men all the time, you kind of forget where you are and who you are.
Oh, we start our show off in the morning with nothing but women.
See, our Monday night show is on our Monday night show's on Monday. Of course it is. But our Monday night show is our ladies' night. That's right. That's what makes it the Monday night show. You're absolutely correct. I'm glad I have you.
Got your back.
What,
always got your back.
What would you do without us?
Hey,
but
really?
Any time that you ladies from UCY don't have anything to do about 9 o'clock on or Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock Pacific, feel free to call in. My wife is one of
James,
the three.
it was 6 o'clock Pacific.
No, it starts
6
at
o'clock
9 my
Pacific.
time.
I'm Pacific.
Oh, you're right.
My show starts at 6 o'clock Pacific.
I'm thinking on Eastern time.
You should sound like
my Monday show starts at 6 o'clock Pacific.
Hey, your caller really sounds like somebody here at UCY, Sean Ticky, a lot. Don't you guys think so?
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do y'all think so in chat? Sure does. Hey, Doty, get your YouTube channel and drop it into chat for you, and I'll put it over on the event page, and on Facebook too. And hey, did I tell you guys that Dodie kissed me under the mistletoe?
He tricked us. He goes,
All
"Come here, girl,"
right,
and he
very
goes, and we're under the tree, and he goes, "Look up there," and we went, "What?" And he goes, "Mistletoe," and he got a kiss. He's a sly one, that guy. Yes.
Got a kiss on both cheeks, and then I tricked her for one on the lips a little later.
Hey, yeah.
I feel good. Like you knew I would.
Well, with 4 minutes left in our broadcast of live time, I want to go ahead and throw the call-in number out there one more time. It is 805-830-8329. I'm not sure what UCY.TV stance is on overtime, but just in case, ladies and gentlemen, you can still call in.
Yeah, we call in, and you'll keep running on your end, and you guys stay tuned here also for Double Cross Radio coming up pretty quick. And I'm going to go. Oh, I have the information in front of me. Let me go back and get it again. So, y'all go ahead, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, Double Cross Radio, it's about the state of Jefferson. We're trying to become the 51st state, and if you want to learn about it, catch the show, because they're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Lee, spit yours out there real quick while we're still live.
I'm Monday nights 8 p.m. Central Time, Last Voice for Liberty on Truth Urges Radio. Tuesday nights, NWO Truth Radio at 10 p.m. Central Time for Date Night with the Constitution. And then Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central for the Friday Night Super Show on both NWO and Truth Emerges. And then I'm pretty much everywhere else all the rest of the week. So, you can find the show. You don't be surprised if you hear me on it.
Yeah, so
absolutely right, brother.
Listen, you guys, we're coming up to the end here. We got about a minute or two. So up next is Double Cross Radio with Chuck and Drew, and special guests are Gary Lake from the Jefferson Republic and Tom McCurgan from Oath Keeper. So y'all stay tuned. Hey, big shout out to Jaja. She's going to rock us out because we are radioactive. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and participating, all the callers. And hey, let's keep up the fight, man. We are the last stand for liberty, right? And listen, Jordan Page is going to be the intro coming up here for Double Cross. And listen, man, great words there. Jordan Page is pretty awesome. So you guys close out. We got about a minute to go.
Bye, everyone.
But thanks for having us on here, man. I really appreciate the opportunity every time that we get to do cross-promotional work to get the discussion going amongst everybody, because we're all working it together. We are awake. We are aware. We are the New World Order.
That's right.
Absolutely correct. And something that I think is actually in the works right now is this becoming a permanent installation on both UCY and NWO Truth Radio for Thursday night. I'm working on making that a reality.
Well, yeah, man. Any way we can get the word out, man. If we can branch out to each other and work with each other to continue to do it, then by all means, we're setting the example. We're showing the rest of the people who are diversified between these little things that we can all get along.
Love and peace, y'all. We're out.
I guess.
From Democrats, Republicans, your information's jumbling. The USA is crumbling. Y'all sit back, dumb as shit. The mass invasion, the home invasions, the CPS is coming to snatch your babies. These confiscations, the conversations, they're operating within the zones we're trading. We're in the matrix, now we're totally raided. They infiltrated, finally the devil gave in. If you can't hear me, then pump up the volume. McDonald's, Bin Laden, Osama, Obama, bring up something real. Legalize marijuana. Everything on a bong hit is as blunt as banana. Radioactive, intergalactic, counterattacking, the main attraction. Make it happen, matter of factly.